Welcome to the Man United stream, and what a game that was. I'm exhausted. Who needs a bloody sauna? You might as well just go and watch United, because you sweat your bloody backside off watching United play and watching them defend. And if it wasn't for Senny Lemons, I love Senny Lemons. I don't have any other words to say about our new goalkeeper. This guy, just when you need him, he steps up and just calms things down, and oh my God, he is a godsend when it comes to United defending these corners, and everyone seems to have a field day with us when it comes to these corners. Everton, what the flip were they doing? The ref should have stamped it out immediately from corner one. He should have stamped it out and not let them foul and just stand right next to the goalkeeper. That should not be allowed. And if he gave them a yellow card immediately in the first couple of corners, right, then it would have been put to bed. They wouldn't have fouled. They wouldn't have done what they were doing right near the end of the game. 10 bloody corners as well that we had to defend. But United, what can I say? Look, it was a dismal first half. Second half wasn't any better, but that brilliant ball from Kuna to Mbumo, and then Mbumo, unselfish, knew he just held the ball slightly and then put it on a plate for Sesko. And Sesko, what else can we say about him as well? He's going to be a sensation. I've been saying it to you guys for some time. I'm saying, look, Sesko's going to come good. Sesko is doing well. There's just a whole negative main media press out there. You know, the media just want to call it out like, oh, he's not playing well, he's not good enough, and blah, blah, blah. He has been brilliant for Man United. And I was surprised that he didn't even start him. I was really surprised. In my early morning show today, I was saying how Sesko's going to start. I was predicting he was going to start. I'd heard rumours that he was going to start, and then boom, team news announced, and it's unchanged. But I'm just glad we've got the 3 points. This is one of those games where this wouldn't have been 3 points dropped. This would have been a lot more. It would have felt like a huge setback for Michael Carrick and what he's instilling in the players. Look, I'm gonna be straight with you. We played shit. We played awful. In fact, I thought they were all on holiday. I thought they were still on holiday mode when they were playing in the first half. It was awful to watch. Yes, they were trying to create chances, but they just were not at the races. They weren't at the races. And I just felt like that gap between the last game and now is why it's really difficult to keep these players up to pace. It's really difficult to keep them on the game when they're having such a huge gap between games. I don't know what Carrick's going to do. I don't know what the coaching staff have to do, but they have to maintain this level of intensity, and they're going to struggle because of the games, because of the gaps between in the games. And that's why it would have made sense that we played a few friendly games during March when we've got these huge gaps between games. It's going to be really difficult to maintain this level of intensity for this team. We're going to keep on dropping off. And this is it. This is why we were watching that first half, and I was saying to everybody, look, this is because we've not played football for 2 weeks. The players, they don't have it in them. You kind of go into this rest mode. Your body goes into rest mode, and it takes a lot more time than you think to get up to speed again. So I felt like the players were just not up for it. Not up for it in their body. It was just mentally they were not geared up for it. That's the problem. They were just not geared up for it. So the first half was dismal, awful. But I think, look, our defensive work was brilliant. I was worried, I must admit, with news coming out about Leacher out for at least, 2 weeks, I've heard, but I'll double check that. But it seems like he's out with a minor injury for about 2 weeks. It could linger on for about 3 or 4. So Lenny Euro stepping in, I was a little bit worried, concerned that this partnership, that centre-back partnership's going to break down. Will he have that know-how with Maguire? But he did really well. Hats off to him. Hats off to the defence overall. Dalot, my God, what a player. I mean, what a game he had. He was brilliant today. I did not put a foot wrong, apart from a few chances going forward, but we'll ignore that for now. But overall, defensively, he played brilliantly. I thought defensively, United did really well. It was just going forward, we just did not have enough pace, enough ideas, and it did feel similar to West Ham. It did feel like, oh my God, this is a repeat of West Ham. What is going on? Are we going to end up dropping points again? But we just got away with it. We got away with it. I did warn everybody this morning. I said, look, this David Moyes, we know what he's going to do. We know what he's going to do with Everton. He's going to set them up in a way that they're going to be very difficult to break down and beat. Then they're going to try and counter us. I thought I thought Everton were just playing a dirty game, nasty game. And I was really, really pleased for the players that they got through this one and they got the goal and the winning goal. And Sesko, what a finish that was. He had a lot of time to think about it. And you know what happens when you have lots of time to think about? You end up screwing it up. But he didn't. He stayed composed and just slotted it past Pickford. And what a bloody goal! I mean, I was cheering so loud. I mean, do you know what? But it was nervous energy. Today wasn't one of those games where I felt like I just relaxed, sat back, and enjoyed the game. It was a game where I was nervous from start to finish till the last kick of the ball, the final whistle blew. It could have gone either way. That's not really what I want to be watching. I wanted to watch United comfortably beat Everton, but again, the problem we are facing in the Premier League is that no team is shit anymore. There are no walkovers. We are seeing a Premier League that's very different from past years. Every single team that you play is hard to beat. They're not going to be a walkover. You're not going to see a 4-5-0 game anymore. That's not the Premier League that we're seeing in this year. This year, it's different. What we're seeing right now is a Premier League that is completely dominated by teams that will come out there and throw the kitchen sink at you. Whether it's Wolves, whether it's bloody Burnley, it doesn't matter. They're going to all come out and put up a good fight, and they're not going to give up. And they're not going to give you the 3 points easily. And same thing with Everton. We saw they were not going to give it up easy. And the crowd, the Scousers, Everton crowd, I mean, they were all over United. I mean, at one point, I did think they're going to tip it over the edge, and Everton are going to get a goal. And it was one of those games that the first goal was crucial. It was going to be a 1-0 game. It was always going to be a 1-0 win for whoever. And it was, shit, if Everton score, they're going to go and they're going to go and finish off winners. If United score, we're going to finish off winners. Everton did try and come back, but anyway, let's focus on the positives. That first time ball from Kuna to Mbeumo across field, absolutely stunning. And that is why he's playing and he's on the pitch. There's many fans who complain and say, what's he doing on the pitch? Why isn't Sesko starting? But he made that pass. He made that goal. If he wasn't there and he didn't have the awareness to play that ball to Mbeumo, that would have been a 0-0 boring game, right? And then Mbeumo as well, to have the composure to bring it down and then not rush, not go and try and get a goal himself, look up, look around and see Sesko strolling it in, open and ready to take that shot. And it was a beautiful finish. Really nice going forward on that finish. Overall, though, I thought it was a very tough game. It's one of those games that we're going to every single game we play in the Premier League is going to be a cup final. I've been telling everybody this time and time again, and I keep saying it. Every game for Carrick is a cup final. It's not going to be easy, but we will have to see it out. We're going to have to see these kind of games out. And look, the next couple of games, slightly easy, hopefully slightly easy. I'm backtracking. I'm contradicting what I've just literally said, which is every game's difficult in the Premier League. But you know what I mean. The opposition we should be able to cope with. But again, you never bloody know. So this Premier League is unlike any other that we've seen. Hence why the table is a complete and utter mess. But we've got our bit between our teeth. We can go and keep playing like this and we'll get the qualification for Champions League, and that's going to be the greatest feeling ever. I mean, we are missing more football. Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it there. I'm absolutely buzzing, absolutely exhausted from watching that. I feel like I've ran a couple of marathons in them 90 minutes because you're living on the edge, and it's not squeaky bum time in the last 5 minutes. It's squeaky bum time the entire bloody 90 minutes, man. I'm sick and tired of it. Why can't we just simply have a game where United score an early goal or two and we can sit back and relax and enjoy a cup of tea? That's what I want to do. Anyway, make sure you hit the like, guys, if you've just tuned in, and if you're not a subscriber, make sure you hit that subscribe button. You are watching the Man United Stream channel, a channel by the fans for the fans. Goodbye.